What's up, family? Welcome to Ask to My Aunts,
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
And this right here is my intelligent wife, Fiona.
And this right here is my exquisite husband, Aize.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're going to go ahead and jump right into the question. I'm exquisite?
You're exquisite.
Okay.
Exquisite to my senses. Exquisite to my mind. Exquisite to my mouth.
I was waiting on that one.
I knew you were. I said I can give it to you. All right, babe, go ahead and get this question read. We had a question to come in from a gentleman, and here it is.
Me and my woman have been together for 2 years. We are always butting heads on little things in our communication about her micro-questioning what or how I do things.
Micro-questioning.
I give my opinion about things or give a breakdown on answering a question she may have, and then she says that that's too much info, or I'm talking to her like she is a kid or demeaning. I mean, at this point, we pick at every little thing we say to each other because we take it negatively. I have tried to stop and just not react or be quiet when she says something or makes a deep sigh or face that shows displeasure, like what the hell am I talking to you for? But still, my whole demeanor changes and the anger shows in my face, even if I don't say anything. Or she says I don't respect her opinion if I give my view on what she is talking about. FYI, I have this serious looking face even when I'm not serious.
So do I.
Even my kids tell me I look too serious, so what I say comes across a lot of times as overbearing and controlling. I love her, and she loves me, but we need help in our communication. Thanks.
I feel you on the serious face. All my life. When I've been walking around, I'm in the grocery store, outside, wherever, people are like, is it that bad? Smile, baby. I'm like, I'm really okay. That's just the way I look. So I feel you on that. I just want to say this really quickly, and I'll defer to my husband to bring it on home. But you said, my face. I'm focused on this face thing, right? My face is, I have a serious face, and so what I say can come across as overbearing, right? Bruh, let me be real with you. Your face doesn't talk. Your mouth moves and words come out of your mouth, and what controls your mouth is your mind. And so the energy that you give comes from the inflection in your voice. It comes from the tone in your voice, all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't come from your face entirely. So, of course, your face plays a part, but I'm saying that to say that even if you have, the most scrunched up, evil looking face, you can say things and you can be intentional about how you say those things so that you are impacting the other person in a way that helps them to be successful in their communication with you. It helps them to understand where you're coming from, and it helps them to understand that you're not just concerned about their getting what you're saying, but you're concerned about really understanding them. So I'm just going to say this as well. I can speak to this because I'm so guilty of it. I've been guilty of it in the past. I'm still guilty of it sometimes now. If somebody tends to get frustrated with you on a routine basis, my husband has, I've gotten better over time, but on a routine basis because, they're talking and, you really want to break down what they're saying, or the way that you're responding doesn't work for them, you're the common denominator there in terms of what she's getting from you. So I want you to think about it like this. Your response and your analysis of the situation and your intention may be all good and everything, but it don't work for her. So get out of what you're trying to do. Get away from what your intention is. Just think about the fact that whatever it is, it don't work for her. So what is it that will work for her? We all have different communication styles. We all have different things that work for us. And if you are taking things as soon as she says things and breaking them down, analyzing them, giving her solutions, giving her your opinion, giving her your judgment on it, maybe you're doing some or all of that, that doesn't work for her. So, yeah, it might be helpful for me It might be helpful for this one. It might be helpful for your neighbor or your person, the person at work on the job, but it's not helpful for her. So that's what we have to remember in our communication. You communicate so that the person can understand you. You communicate so that you can get the message understood, and the way you get it understood is not to advance your own idea of what it should look like, not to get people on your team, but you do that by studying the other person and figuring out how is it that I can speak their language, how is it that I can be of support to them, what works for them. If you start to focus on her, focus a little less on you and how honest and good your intentions are, which I'm sure they are, stop doing all of that and focus on her, you will find yourself much more successful.
Wow, that was amazing, bro. I mean, you really answered the question without me even.
Whatever, you try.
I mean, you really said everything.
Wow, that was amazing.
You really said everything. Yeah, my wife, she hit the nail on the head. I really concur with all that she said, and if I was to add anything to this particular question, it would be that the majority of during the course of communication, the majority of the exchange occurs through body language and facial expression. So it's not even so much about what you're saying. My wife did mention, the words that are coming out of your mouth, they're speaking volumes. But I mean, I think that you should just definitely be mindful of, how you're saying what you're saying, paying closer attention to your body language and facial expressions, because they speak 1,000 words. They actually speak a lot louder than the words you're actually saying. So just be more cognizant of, how that's coming across. And like my wife mentioned, if she's having an issue with it, then I think that you need to ask her, what can you do better in this situation? How can you improve the quality of communication towards her so that she can be more receptive to it? At the end of the day, what I encourage you to do...
Hold on.
What?
You want to say stop playing, stop pushing?
I really will.
Hold on, I just want to say this real quick. Not a lot of times, but sometimes when we answer questions and we really focus in on this is what you can do better, this is how you should change, you really need to adjust. Sometimes we get people who will email us back, send us messages, even make comments on the video, and that's totally fine. And say, wait a minute though, but shouldn't she this, or what about the other person? I want everybody to hear this and hear this well. When you send a email to us and you send a concern to us, we're talking to you. We're not giving necessarily the other person what they should be doing, because you're the one stepping up and saying, this is my situation. What can be done differently? What do you think? And so there's always responsibility on both parts, but we're talking to you about what you can do differently. So just go on ahead and get that. Doesn't mean she can't change or adjust, but guess what? Whoever has the insight is obligated to use it. So with that, now, stop playing and start pushing.